Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to show you 5 tips how to improve your arm balance and handstand skills. Before we start, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and maybe even leave a comment with some suggestions for other videos you want me to upload for free on my channel. Alright, when you're ready, grab your mat and let's go. Alright guys, tip number 1, balancing on the hands is the same as balancing on your feet. You now think, haha, no it's not, but it's the same idea. So if you're standing and you're leaning forward, you press the toes into the mat. You don't step immediately forward or fall, you try to balance yourself out. So if you're leaning forward, you press the toes into the mat, and if you lean back, you press the heels into the mat. You can try it out, come into a standing position, the feet in hip distance, close your eyes, and lean forward, press the toes into the mat, lean back, pressing the heels into the mat. And it's the same with using your hands. So don't press your hands on the mat that your hand is completely flat. You want to bend, if you say bend, your fingers a little bit so your hands are in shoulder distance, and when you lean forward you press your fingertips into the mat, and if you're leaning back you press the ball of the hand into the mat. So balancing yourself out will help you to hold balance. I don't recommend you to try to catch yourself, like if you're losing your balance, that you walk around, because this is very dangerous for your wrists. You could do a wrong movement and then get pain in your wrists, and this will take a long time to heal and you can't practice handstand anymore, and maybe you have to start from the beginning. Tip number 2, there are 2 ways to use the wall. You can either face the wall or you can face away from the wall. I know that's not the biggest surprise, but most of the students I'm teaching or I get in contact with are only using the wall in one way. So they're only facing the wall, so they get used to having something that will protect them from falling. So you kick up, and no matter how hard you kick up, there's always the wall that will hold you, and it's a good thing to practicing the kick up and to build some strength. But the opposite, or the negative side on this, is you will be afraid to do the handstand without a wall. And the goal of at least a yoga practitioner is to do that, or not the goal, but one of the handstand goals is to do the handstand in the middle of the class, in the middle of the room, no wall, no support. So you will be afraid if there's always the wall that catches you, and this is why I highly recommend you to change the sides sometimes. So you could start with one leg distance, placing the hands on the mat, and then walking your feet up the wall. Maybe you're just holding here to get the feeling of being upside down, or maybe you're able to straighten one leg. Point your toes and then the other. And if you feel good and comfortable, you can try to bring the feet together and create one straight line. Tip number 3, you really need shoulder mobility. So you need to be able to do this movement, that if you're against the wall and your arms are still, or not still, your arms are also pressing against the wall. If you only have the range of motion to straighten your arms like this, you won't be able to create one straight line, because this is me upside down, or would be if you turn me around, and if the arms are facing forward, you see it's not one straight line, and then it will be hard for you to lose balance. I have uploaded a yoga video for shoulder mobility. Here I put the info, or here, so you can check that out to really work on improving your range of motion in your shoulders. Tip number 4, try to make it part of your daily routine, of your daily yoga practice, or start a daily handstand practice. It is better to do it every day a little bit for 5 to 10 minutes than to just do handstand once a week for an hour or 2. It is the same with meditation, with breath work, with yoga. The more you make it part of your routine, the more you will see the improvement. Of course, there are days where it will be easy to hold maybe for a minute, and then there are days where you can't hold for a second. It's the same with life, so just try to go with the flow. Maybe in your practice, in your asana practice, from your sun salutation, you try to kick up and maybe find handstand, or you add some scissor jumps whenever you're in a standing split, and then play around a little bit, or in your warrior. There are many ways. I will try to upload new videos where we will practice some handstand drills. And last but not least, tip number 5, join one of my arm balance and handstand workshops. No, I'm joking. Of course you could join and I would give you more tips. But tip number 5, people are always asking me how to build strength to practice handstand, or what is the best strength exercise to improve handstand. And the answer is handstand. Yes. So to build strength in your arms, I highly recommend you, or in your shoulders, I highly recommend you to just practice handstand. Try to do some holds or some jumps, some drills, and again you can use the wall like we did with the other tip. If you have problems finding your balance, you could just hold here if you're a little bit afraid. This will also give you the feeling of being upside down, and you will feel it in your shoulders. Maybe you can walk your hands a little bit closer, and if you are already practicing handstand and you can find balance, you can try to hold here as long as possible. Maybe you do several rounds, holding your handstand for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, 10 minutes. And yeah, use these 5 tips. I hope they are helpful. Please leave a comment what other videos you want me to do, how you like my videos, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel. This would be huge support. Can't wait to meet you guys in person in one of my arm balance and handstand workshops, or maybe we do an online private class via Zoom or whatever. So yeah, enjoy the practice, be playful, and don't be disappointed if it's not working today or in the next few weeks. It takes time, but it's something beautiful to see progress. And yeah, enough talking. Grab your mat, let's go. Thanks for watching and namaste.